Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video / reading, and the reading will resonate with those of you that are feeling frustrated with the idea of where is the one for me, where is my person, disappointing relationships in the past, and you're starting to become really impatient with the whole process. Others of you may be reconsidering whether you want to continue investing your time and energy into someone you're currently connecting with, thinking of connecting with, or potentially reconnecting with. Either way, there is this sense, like I said, of frustration and impatience about where is this one for me. If this sounds like you, stick around and I'll be doing a reading and drawing some guidance on what could be potentially blocking you from bringing the one into your life, or identifying whether the one that you're interested in is in actual fact the one for you. My name is Andrea and I help people transform feelings of hopelessness, helplessness and fear, and instead replace them with feelings of hopefulness, opportunity and freedom by offering a variety of perspectives as well as healing modalities. Before we jump into the reading today, I wanted to offer a perspective that you might find helpful, but if you're not interested, please do feel free to skip straight to the reading now. Those of you that have decided to stay on, thank you. And I am aware that there's like heaps of content out there when it comes to finding the one. However, I'm also aware that, the kind of language that might create an aha moment or the penny to drop or a positive shift in one doesn't necessarily do it for another. And so I thought I'd bring to you a different perspective today that you might find helpful, that will help you make that positive shift in finding the one, or at the very least, determining whether the one that you're with is actually the one for you. So I bring this reading to you today because in the last year and a half, I've had an increasing amount of requests on this topic. One of them is, where is my person? Where is my soulmate? Will I ever meet them? Or am I destined to be alone? And the other one is this person that I'm investing time and energy into the one for me, or am I wasting my time? And I noticed with my clients, and not only through networking and socializing, a common thread in all of this. And you know what? I've been guilty of this myself. I ask, what does the one actually mean to you? When you think of the one, what does that actually mean? And what feeling is associated to the one? The other thing is, what exactly is this one responsible for? So if you haven't already created a list of things that you want from the one, feel free to press pause and write one down if you can now, or do it after the reading if you like. But here are some of the things that I often hear from people's lists when it comes to what they're looking for in the one. And some of these may apply, not all of them. I may leave some out, but I'm just going to name a few of the things that I often hear. Loyal, honest, consistent, trustworthy, optimistic, goal-orientated, self-sufficient, financially independent, consistently seeking to, self-improvement, professional development, all that kind of stuff. Funny, that's another one that I hear can be very important, and I find that important for myself as well. If they're of service, then that's a bonus. What else? One that I find really interesting is understand and be able to support me emotionally when I'm going through, some challenging times. And they show that by responding in a way that allows me or you or us allows me to express myself openly without having to suppress my emotions, and therefore be able to be authentically myself. And the list goes on, but I won't. Now, I think to myself, I imagine if someone was to give me this list and hand it and say, hey, you know what? The one that I'm looking for is responsible in reciprocating and bringing this to the table. And they were to give that to me, I immediately, just thinking about it right now, feel this constriction in my chest. I feel suffocated at the thought that I would be responsible and I'm the one to bring all of this to the table. I feel like running the other way. And the reason for that is because I don't know if I can measure up to all of those things. I don't know if, I can bring all of this stuff to the table. How would it make you feel if someone held you responsible for all of that? And the thing is that we want to be able to reciprocate all of this, right? And so we're constantly putting ourselves in this space where we have to be good at everything. And because of that, we move away from our natural gifts and our natural talents and what is actually authentic to ourselves. And that cycle keeps going round and round, and we lack the clarity, and then we don't know what our purpose is, and it just keeps going and going and going. So the thing is that essentially what we're looking for is what an entire community can bring in one person. And consistently, right? The entire community, because what we're looking for, really break this down, is we're looking for, a comedian. We're looking for a motivational speaker and a coach. We're looking for a therapist and a counselor that is able to help us manage our emotions, and they must know how to manage their own. And some of these things, people specialize in this area. So I ask you, what if we were to change the perspective, and instead of looking for all of this in the one, look for it in our community and find our tribe? Find the motivational speakers and coaches that inspire us and motivate us to stay true to our purpose, keep us uplifted. If we haven't discovered our purpose, they can help us in, uncovering it. We can turn to the therapists and the counselors or the holistic approach to find ways to better manage and work through our emotions when we're going through some emotional challenges. And we can seek out and find those that have proven to be successful in building financial success, financial freedom to a degree, and are self-sufficient, and learn from them. And as we explore and find all these people with these beautiful natural gifts and talents, we also uncover what our natural gift and talent is. And as we give of our natural gift and talent, they reciprocate theirs. And all of a sudden, we don't feel responsible for everything, bringing everything to the table. And we've honed in on the one area that makes us us, our true, authentic self. And as we uncover that, we also uncover what role, not roles, the one will play in our tribe, how they will contribute to our tribe. So is it possible with this perspective that the one is only one piece of the pie and not the entire pie itself? Maybe with this approach we will stop feeling so overwhelmed by life in general, right? And at the thought of finding the one, won't seem so daunting because we're not putting all our eggs in one basket. We're not surrendering everything and putting someone on a pedestal, and our entire happiness isn't hinging off this one person. We stop sweating the small stuff because we can go back to our community and our tribe. We know we're going to be okay. We are true to our own authentic self, and we allow them the space that they need to be true to themselves also. So in saying that, I hope you found that helpful. Please do comment below. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. And let's jump into your reading. All right, let's see, what is blocking you from finding the one? What energy do you need to surrender so that you can put yourself on the path to the one? So I'm going to pull out 2 cards, and the first card is going to be for those of you that want to know if the one that you are with is the one meant for you. And the second one's going to be for those of you that want to know what's blocking you from manifesting or bringing the one for you into your life. Okay, I hope that made sense. By the way, guys, don't forget to check out the Manifesting the Love That You Desire, which I've linked to this video. You might find a few messages within that reading helpful as well. Thank you for the love, the beautiful energy that you bring to Soul Embers, and for all of your support. I'm just so happy to be of service to you all. Okay, so card number 1, is this the person? What energy do you need to surrender to? Is this the person? And for the pile number 2, what's blocking you from bringing the one into your life? All right. Surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive approach. Ooh. I'm going to hold the card up for you. Is this person the one? And after what we spoke about, the list, in the dialogue at the beginning of this reading, or before this reading, I should say, is that focusing? Yeah. So after what we spoke about and the list, think about what you're asking of from this person, and think about whether or not it is something that you can find in your tribe or your community. And if you really, really do want this person on board with you, or you want clarity as to whether this person is for you or not, really communicating clearly what is upsetting you and how it makes you feel without holding them responsible is probably going to give you the answers, or at least point you in the direction so that you intuitively know whether this person is right for you or not, the one for you. For example, being able to say that, when I think about the one, this is what it feels like. It feels warm, it feels this way, it feels that way. However, what I'm feeling right now is this, and that. Uncertainty, unclear. And it doesn't feel great. And you are really important to me, and I can see a future with us. Is this something that you think we can work on? Is this something that you think that that is of importance to you, because this is a value that's important to me? What do you think? Allowing them the opportunity to freely disengage or engage is probably going to give them the time, is probably going to take a defensive conversation where they become defensive as well. It's probably going to open up those lines of communication, and they may not answer straight away. They may come back to you in a day or two. but it will give you the answers that you want. It won't shut it down and cause you to feel further, frustrated, further lost, further uncertain. The other card that you pulled out, so guys, I'm going to, I forgot to mention, I'm going to do this pile first, and then I'm going to move into this pile here. So for those of you that are looking for the one and wondering what's blocking you, you may want to fast forward it if you don't want to listen to this one, okay? The other card that we pulled is number 36, and you know that that number breaks down to the number 9. And maybe the number 9 means something to you. And for me, when I look at this card and I see all this red, immediately it makes me think of stability, security, safety. It makes me feel it makes me think about the root chakra and how it's our place, our grounding and stable energy. And it is our it's our position. It's our place of centeredness, okay? And this is what I'm feeling, that you're not feeling that safety. You're not feeling that consistent. They may be proving to be inconsistent. It's throwing you off. Maybe they are, their words aren't matching their actions. I also feel that conversation here can be quite toxic, because what I'm seeing is passion can turn into the same, vigor that you feel passion with this person. It's the same level of anger you can feel with them as well. It goes between one extreme and the other. And there is no equilibrium here. They may be proving, like I said, to be quite inconsistent. And so this is why you become defensive, because you just think to yourself, I don't know how long this is going to last for. Like one day you're this way and the next day you're another way. I don't know what to trust anymore. Sorry, one of my cards fell. Yeah, so it's reaching the point where even the most easiest of discussions may be proving to be quite difficult. And so if there's this much resistance involved, maybe it is time, you're thinking, for this to come to a completion. You know what I mean? To release the control and just let things unfold without engaging in it whatsoever. Just to see where it's going to take you if you choose to do something completely different when it comes to this person. When it comes to you getting the answers as to whether they're the one or not. I'm feeling the approach needs to be something completely out of your norm. Because what your norm isn't creating the type of a result that you want to get the clarity that you need to see whether or not this person is the one. And if you did listen to the dialogue at the beginning, really paying attention on what our expectations are surrounding the one and what is of real importance and what matters, as well as what freedom of choice means, is going to be so unbelievably helpful for you really becoming clear on whether or not it is time to look another way, because you're wasting your time here. You may feel like it's all falling apart, that you can't save this anymore, but if you need to save it, that's already a red. Again, it's already a red flag, because when we really love someone and we know that they're the one for us, we will do everything to make them feel safe, to make them feel secure, and to make sure that they don't turn the other way. And if this is not something that you're feeling, when it comes to this one, no matter how you try and apply yourself in every other area of your life, and in this area you feel insecure, so long as it doesn't come from a codependent space, there is something here that needs to be addressed, that we need to face. And maybe this defensiveness comes from our own inability to make that choice that is proving to be so difficult to make, and we're holding the other person responsible for that. And there's an element of resentment. So let me read the definition from the book for you. Okay, if I can find the page. Self-talk. This is a high energy card and is directly related to how you are treating yourself. Note how the teeth inside the mouth point inward in the image. Your guides are telling you that it's time to work on being kinder to yourself. It is important that you, and zoom in if you need to so you can see those teeth. It is important that you become aware of your self-judgments and inner dialogue. It's time to start consciously talking to yourself as if you were your best friend, using kindness and compassion. You do this for others. Now is time to do it for yourself. So what I'm getting here, guys, is that you might be extremely hard on yourself for not making the decisions you know you need to make to uphold your own morals and your own values. You may be feeling weak because you are invested in this person and you really want to see this go the long haul. You believe that they could be the one, and you want to be persistent, and you want to be loyal to this person, and you want to be committed to this person. And what cost is this coming at? And how is that making you feel? Are you beating yourself up over it? Are you trying to be a better version of yourself so that you can, when I say better version, what I mean is, are you trying to change and mold yourself in a way that you can really see this through with this person? Think about how you're talking to yourself. Think about if that was your child, if you have a child, and even if you don't, if it was a child, would you have that same expectation? How would you encourage them? How would you ask them to go about pursuing what is true for them? Do you talk to yourself in that same way? That's the message that I'm getting from this card. And in fact, I'm raising my voice, which makes me, and I'm feeling this energy of, you may be extremely hard on yourself and in the way you talk to yourself. So let's pull out some tarot and let's have a look and see and break this down. When it comes to this person being the one, what the guides have to say. Okay, let me just pop this out because it's going straight up my nose. And while it smells really, really nice, it doesn't feel great when it goes up my nose. Okay. You know what? I just got a message. It's a hard pill to swallow. So something has obviously happened here that's caused a massive rift. And you don't know if you can trust this person. And you're really reconsidering whether they're the one or not. You don't know whether, even if you put boundaries in place, you're able to heal this. And I'm going to read the message as I see it and as I'm channeling it for you guys. It seems that you really do need to revisit what's important to you and really take stock of, run those receipts and see which aspects of yourself you have really relaxed your boundaries around in order to keep this situation going. And this anger, this defensiveness, this resentment that you feel and the injustice that you've experienced is basically, I guess it could be said, a result of your own feelings towards yourself for not upholding what's important to you and protecting yourself. You know, it's it's a beautiful thing to be able to abundantly give of love, and it's a fantastic feeling when we give from our heart, and you know, when it comes from such a beautiful place, we just want to keep giving, and we want to keep giving and giving. But it's also, it takes us nowhere if we're not able to protect ourselves. We can no longer be of service to the whole. Okay, we're no longer able to carry out what it is that our soul contract is in this lifetime. It leaves us vulnerable, but in a very codependent way. And this is something that you may be angry about yourself with. And maybe you've been entertaining this for too long, and as a result, you know, some things have now happened and you can't turn back the time. You can't undo what's been done. And so when trust is being broken, I personally believe you can't really rebuild it, but you need to form a new, it forms a new identity. The entire relationship, friendship, whatever it might be, is based on a new existence and a new identity. What was before can no longer be. You can't have that back because that trust has been broken and we're seeing things from a different perspective. So I ask you, and the message I get for you is, are you able to create something new and different based on what you've experienced with this person if you believe that they are the one? Are you able to really run those receipts and go back and see where you've relaxed those boundaries and morals and put things in place that allow you to still, you know, come to the table in every aspect of your life, throughout your tribe, with those beautiful and natural talents that you have that make you unique in a way that no one else can have, you know? Are you able to go back to that and build a relationship with this person based on this new truth? And you know, if you use that as your guiding light, you start to move forward with purpose, you start to move forward with determination, and the path will unfold as you go. And, you know, I guess these two horses, and we know the chariot, can go in two separate directions if we don't know how to steer this carriage. So when you feel that you're relaxing those boundaries, it's time to pull the reins in one way or another to keep these horses in line with your purpose and your path and what's true to you. Only then will you be able to have someone that's able to reciprocate and connect with you on that heart level that you desire you desire to come from the one. If you're not able to build a new entity with this person, then it may be time for you to pay attention. It may be time for you to redirect this carriage in a new direction that comes naturally based on those gifts, based on your natural talents, based on what makes you authentic to yourself, what makes you unique, by going back and running and revisiting your, you know, what's important to you when it comes to the one. So that you can start to put yourself in that frequency that you need to put yourself into, and choose the one based on healthy choices, based on what feels right. So you are at a crossroad here, definitely. And I'm hoping that this reading today has really given you something to work with so that you can definitely put in place and start a process that will make it clear to you whether or not they're the one for you. If this resonates and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. Thank you for the beautiful energy you bring to the channel. I appreciate you. Please do comment below. I love reading your comments. And I'll see you for your next lot of readings. Bye. All right. So now I'm jumping into pile number 2. And if someone can timestamp for our other lovely viewers, that would be great. Or for the viewers that picked that pile. All right, so let's have a look and see. Surrender, frustration. So where is the one? Why is it taking so long for me to meet the one? The message I'm feeling here is, oh, I'm so sick of getting excited over dating. I'm so sick of, putting my energy into things that and relationships or dating people that get me nowhere fast. And the message on the card for you is frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. And I'll hold the card up for you so that you can see. And I hope that that's focusing. Let me just focus the camera for you. Feel free to take a screenshot of that so you can revisit it and think about how it applies to you. And let's pull out a card and see. All right, I like it. Okay, so frustration doesn't open any doors. The keys to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Sorry, I needed to reread that. I get it. Like, you're looking for something long term, and yet you may be attracting people that you're just not aligning with. It doesn't necessarily mean, and you could be, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're attracting people that are not, genuinely nice or genuinely good people. It just means that you're not connecting with them on an emotional level. And when I look at the card that you've pulled for that, I just feel love. I just feel this sense, this real unconditional, really light-hearted type of energy surrounding this card. And it's about, I feel there is a certain purity to this, strength, that it's got a lot of power. I'm feeling there is an abundance of experience and love through love that you have to share. And you're just looking to find the person that you get and that gets you so that you're able to start living this with someone. And we might often say, why don't you just start living it on your own with your own tribe and with your own community? And you know what? I really do feel that those of you that I'm connecting with may already be doing this. And you're looking for that one piece to your pie that's going to bring, that long-term commitment, where you commit to the relationship day in and day out. And I feel that the universe wants you to know that it's on its way. I don't know if you can see this beam that's coming straight through to the center. Frustration is blocking you because by you putting yourself in the vibration of frustration, where are they? Why do I keep meeting these people? It automatically blocks the answers from coming through. Maybe surrendering the idea that you're looking for the one and seeking to just learn from connections through dating in preparation for meeting the one will help you identify what you're really looking for, the role, remember we spoke about the role in the dialogue if you watched it, the role the one plays. Maybe this frustration has to do with the fact that you're yet to find and clearly identify what role they play. There is still something here that needs to be worked on and worked through, and you can definitely come to that aha moment, or you can come to that and identify that, by continuing to date with no agenda and motive other than to further define what matters most to you. And really hone in on that role that the one is going to play. It's about trusting and surrendering. Take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you can approach the situation more calmly. Change your focus. That's what I'm getting here. Change your focus from the goal to the experience, and further exploring dating with a variety of different personalities, even ones you wouldn't generally go for, as a way of further identifying what it is that you do want and what really matters in the one and what doesn't. Just trust that it will come. And rather than, if you're online dating, rather than being super selective because you are looking for the one and frustration is mounting, broaden your pool, your dating pool. And the choice becomes clearer. And so the dating pool will narrow, right? Are you with me on that? The other thing I'm noticing here is that we have lots of hues of pink and purple. I love this. All right, let's read the definition from the book before I start pulling out some tarot for you. Number 20. Loved ones, your friends and loved ones who have crossed over want you to know that they are with you. They are wrapping their loving energy around you and ask you to feel peace and serenity within your heart and mind. They are living and enjoying the other side and deeply desire for you to feel peaceful within this world. They ask that you surrender any painful emotions you are holding on to and allow love to flow within your heart. Come from a place of peace and serenity. Feel loving energy. Joyfully live the gift of life here on earth. Wow. So, you know what I'm getting here is we only have now. We only have today. We have this gift of life, and being present and bringing joy and fun to the everyday will really uplift your energy. So if you've become super focused on finding the one and you're finding that, you know, you're lacking enthusiasm and the joy has left you because of the lack of, again, lacking mentality, because the lack of finding the one, and you're going on all these dates, but you're not really feeling that you're connecting. You're not going in with a fun and, with vitality, with enthusiasm. It's putting you in that same vibration day after day after day. And everything, and that vibration is starting to spread far and beyond just the dating pool. And everything in your life may start to feel mundane and grey. So bring some color back into your life. and, you know, treat dating as an experiment. Treat it as, you know, with respect, of course, and clear with your intentions, definitely. But go out, meet people, have fun. And if you're in a position where you can't go out because of our current circumstances, I get it. But if you're, and community, and it's difficult. Like, we're able to go out now, but we were not able to go out for half a year. Maintaining those connections online, making them fun, doing the whole FaceTime, dating, you know, creating a date, a virtual date online, all those types of things, you know, it gives you something to look forward to. Dress up and bring the fun and the joy back, right? That's the message that I'm getting for you. Every time you feel frustrated, think about what you can bring that will bring fun to dating. You know what happens, what's happening here is you've got people that are coming in, you know, with the intention, giving you attention and showing you attention. So they may be saying things like, I think you're absolutely great. I would love to catch up with you sometime, but with little intention. So they may be saying all that, or I'll call you and we'll connect again. But they don't say when. So there's no intention there. And for those of you that are able to connect face to face, there's no planning ahead. So things kind of feel like they fizzle out. They come in hot and heavy to start off with. You get hopeful. You become really excited. And then you either feel that they ghost you, that they disappear, that they don't seek you out again, the excitement starts to go, or you just simply, and there's that in and out energy. It's very fast moving type of energy. And you're left feeling this emptiness as they come and they go, and they come and they go. And so being joyful and being excited and all those beautiful feelings start to, you know, they're old news. You're finding it really hard to draw on that energy because it takes you nowhere, and that's what it's feeling. And the message that I'm getting for you is, you know, if you go in without the intention, because what I'm feeling here is he may say that frustration is what's blocking. Frustration is the symptom to, it's not the core, it's the symptom of the result of certain situations that are leading to frustration, right? So if we're able to really dig deep and see that if we're treating dating as we're treating dating as a way of finding the one, sourcing the one, then it can become very, very, you know, you put all this pressure and all this energy into just that one aspect, and it closes you off from the opportunity to form different types of connections. And I circle back to what I was saying at the beginning. It closes you off from the opportunity of, you know, creating a tribe and a community. Not everybody is going to be the one. There can only be one of the one, right? But at least they may offer you something that you can learn from, that you can become clearer on about what you want and about yourself. So open yourself up to a different approach when it comes to dating. No motive and no agenda is a great way. Who doesn't want to meet more people? Who doesn't want to be more sociable? You know, you may have a great network of friends and stuff, but it's also very important to meet new types of people that help us expand and that help us grow in a different direction than what we've been going on, that we know of from our existing tribe, let's say. And that's the message that I'm getting here. And slowly, this frustration will start to ebb, will start to dissolve. And the block of you not being able to find the one is slowly going to not be so, it's not going to be so highlighted, right? You'll be able to say, you know what, I'm having such a good time. I am enjoying the moment. I'm meeting new people, and I'm learning so much about myself and what my likes and dislikes are and what I actually really want for the one. You know, Paul over there is great because he brings this to my life, and James brings this to my life, and so brings this to my life, and none of them are the one, but they're an integral part, and they're an integral part of bringing joy and happiness and excitement and value and education to a degree, right? And they may not be the one I want to end up with, but it helps me identify the role the one will play and what's important to me. And as you become more specific, well, guess what? You set that intention, you put yourself in that vibration, and those people will come your way. That one piece to your pie will come your way. All right, guys, I hope you found that helpful. Please do comment below. Like I always say, I love reading your comments. They help me connect with your energy, and I use that for future readings. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you for your next lot of readings. Bye.